You know, I got that whole thing about knowing the teacher, knowing the master, like how they do certain things, you know what I mean, what makes them tick. When we first did events like 2007 to 10, something like that, 7 to 9, definitely the first 2 or 3 years that I had these two gentlemen, these guys back here, the majority of the camp, all the videos are just me. None of my students could do it. And I was the one, every video, if you go back and look at the 2007, 2008, 2009, 2010, go back and watch those videos. All it is just a bunch of video of me. I'm climbing the rope, I'm doing the stealth walks, I'm doing the assassination stuff, I'm doing the bow and arrow, I'm throwing the shuriken, I'm making the fire, it's just me. And there were snippets to where you could see there were students behind me, so it wasn't like, you know, I'm just like in front of a video being like, I'm super cool. But what pissed me off is during those years, oh, you're in this Hall of Fame, you're in this Hall of Fame, you're Teacher of the Year, this. What pissed me off is all my videos had to be about me because my students couldn't do it. And here I am getting all these awards from all these other martial organizations, you know, Grandmaster this, Teacher of the Year this, Hall of Fame this, and then I have to make videos of me doing it. So I felt like I wasn't stepping up, you know, like I wasn't at the level. Like my teacher made me. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong, I put in the work. You know, I've been doing it longer than your ass has been alive. So I better be good, right? But he found a way to make me, and his teacher found a way to make him. And it's like I'm busting ass, and it's like there's got to be a way I can get all my students to that level. And I felt like I wasn't living up to the title that was given to me. I mean, if I'm supposed to be this great teacher, then why aren't my students getting there, right? And then they bloomed. You know, these guys over here, particularly, they start going to levels, you know, and a lot of it was their own personal shit, you know. Some of them just have more lead in their ass than others. So it just takes a long time to pull that lead out of their ass, you know. Got a lot of other students that just, they're not athletic. And then when you hear that in most martial arts, you say, well, they're not athletic. What does that mean? They're not athletic. They don't run good. They don't do this. If you're playing basketball with someone that's not athletic, what do? They're really uncoordinated. They probably trip over their own feet, bust their ass, fall down a few times. You know what I mean? Right. So I have these students that are kind of like that. It's like they keep busting their ass, and they keep kind of picking themselves up. And they're not busting their ass because they're playing a game. It is the game that's busting their ass. It's their own 2 feet. That's what they're tripping over. Their own shit. And they're busting their ass, and they get back up and they go again. The good thing is they get back up and come again, right? That's really the goal, is to endure, keep pressing forward. But at these camps, what I tend to do back in 2009, I said there's got to be a way that we can do this where students can succeed at camps rather than feeling like it ain't happening. We did this one, we did a Shuko climbing drill, not on that tree, but down in the ravine. Nobody went the tree. Then we did another one where we did like a rope climb, but it was like a lateral deal. You know, and that was just like ungodly stupid, right? And I just kept feeling like, what the hell? You know, yeah, it's rough though. So what ended up happening is I thought, I just need to teach them the principles. And you know, you heard the old saying, if you give a man a fish eats for the day, you teach him how to fish eats for forever, right? Okay, so I started going that route. So if you look at the videos from 2010 on, totally different, because now I teach the principles of what it's trying to do. Like when we get into the water, we could have done this specific walking techniques and the specific traditional this, that, and the other, but there's also just the principle. What's under the water stays under the water. And if you know those things, you can survive and you can excel, because no matter what I teach you afterwards, it doesn't matter what steps after that. If you already know the concept, what's under the water stays under the water, well then you're already one step ahead to learn every walk after that, right? It's kind of like when we were doing like with the fire and all that kind of stuff. If you guys just would have put, even if you had dead grass out there, and it doesn't matter. You're gonna need the nest. You need to have the whole little, you need the whole little house to put it in so that you guys can go nuts on it. You know what I mean? And then you can do good. Because my goal is to make you guys succeed. And you know, at this camp, I just kept seeing, like, not that you guys weren't trying hard. Everyone tried hard. Everyone did great. I think everyone learned something. But hopefully everybody, you know, everybody, including myself, learned that they need to get better in certain areas. Like for me, expectations of where students need to be training at certain levels, like, you know, with the fire bit or something like that. You know, or we were 50 yards away from the target when we should have been 25 yards away from the target with the bow and arrow instead of a full, you know what I mean? We were quite, maybe 30 yards, 40 yards back, you know what I mean? So things like that. I think it's always a growing, it's always a process, but the goal is just to get better.